Okay, so I bought a couple of these boards on eBay. These are manufactured by 4Play, and they were manufactured in 1973, so one of the very first video games. This is not a Pong clone. This game is called Sports Center. It is not a Pong clone. It actually has 2 and 4 player versions of tennis and hockey. So in tennis, you have your regular playfield. Looks like that. In hockey, there's a select switch, and you can enable. If I get my finger on here, and there's what hockey looks like. It puts little walls on the back. So not a clone, but it's still a Pong game. So these boards were in very good shape. And I was hoping one would work, and this one does. This one seems to be 100%. Here, let me start the game. So, coin it up. I have that wired up. Game select, I just showed you that. And then you have to push a button to start. Actually, if you push 2 coins, it does a 2-player mode. So 1 coin is 1 player, 2 coins is 2 players. So I pushed it once, and this is 1-player mode. So that one controller is going to control 2 of them. On each. So left and right players each have 2 paddles in this game. There does not appear to be a single paddle version of this, but there are 2 pins in the pinout, which I will show in a little while, that may have something to do with a 1 or 2 paddle selection, but I could not get it to work. So if I get the other board running and those and there is a way to select 1 or 2 paddles, I'll mention that in the next video, which would be repairing the other board. The other board doesn't work. It's got issues. All right, so let me start the game. I'm going to try to play this with one hand. So audio's working, all the controls are working, the boundaries are all working, scoring is correct, there's no mess up in the digits or anything like that. And I think this board's 100%. I didn't have to replace anything on this one. And it was in nice shape too, very, very clean. So that's basically all I wanted to say about this. I think I mentioned everything. It's got tennis and hockey modes, and it has a serve button. It's got a select switch for the game mode. It's also, you got to have a coin switch to work to get this to coin up, and you need paddles, which are basically just potentiometers. And the paddle values probably don't matter. It's basically just a voltage divider. So any value will work. It's going to be a voltage divider between 0 and 5 volts. So let me think about this for a second. So you can see the wiring here. It's just all hacked up, but everything's wired up. One connector for one set of controllers and another connector for the other set. So all 4 players. This is a 2 or 4 player game. Let's talk about the pinout. If you look online for this, you're not going to find it. There's no information, there's no schematics, there's nothing on this board. At least not posted. Someone's got to have it somewhere, I suppose. So 4Play is the name of the company. Sports Center is the name of the game. Pin 1 and Pin 2 are ground. Pin 3 is a tilt slam, as far as I can tell. If you ground it, it resets the game. 4 and 5 are AC power. So if you wanted to supply power to the 5-volt regulator on board, you would give it like 16 volts AC. That should do it. 6 and 7 are supposed to be 5-volt outputs. I think they drive a lamp or something, or maybe actually they're probably for the paddles, because they need 5 volts to divide the voltage. So those are probably for paddles. I don't have schematics of the cabinet, so I don't know exactly. Pin 8 is the audio. Pin 9 is the game select. It's a non-latching, so you can change the type of game in the middle of the game, and it will change during gameplay. They should have latched it, but I guess it was just too hard for them. If it's open or high, it's hockey. If you ground it, it's tennis. Pin 10 is video. It's a composite video, so your black and white video data as well as the sync are all combined. Pin 11 is the serve button. It's a +5 active. You have to connect 5 volts to it to cause the serve. 12 is a no connect. There's no wire that even goes to that. Pin 13 is the coin normally closed. Pin 14 is one of the pins that has a trace going somewhere, but it doesn't seem to have any functionality. Pin 15 is the coin normally open, and the common between those would be the ground, not 5 volts, the ground to coin up the game. Pin 16 is another pin that don't know what it is. It is low as well as 14. Both of those are low, and if you tie them high, it doesn't seem to do anything. Pin 17, 18, 19, and 20 are your paddle inputs. I'm using, I think, a 5K potentiometer, but I don't think it matters because it's just a voltage divider. It needs 5 volts in ground, and then the center tap on the potentiometer is what gets tied to these pins. 21 and 22 are ground. That's it. Took me a little bit to figure it out. Not too bad. And like I said, I just plugged this board in and I saw a video and it looked great from the start. I had to fix nothing. I wish they were always that easy. The other one has problems, and there will be a video on that. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Oh, there was one other thing I needed to mention. This has a potentiometer on here, and it says timer limit or time limit. See if I can show you that. It says time limit. See that? It also says min and max. That is the total amount the game is allowed to play per coin. So I don't know why they did that, but if you adjust this time down to the minimum, you only get like 1 minute of play, and that's it. And then the game ends, and I guess whoever's in the lead at the time is the winner. Turning all the way to max give you, 5 minutes or something. It's still not a whole lot of time. But the game also just plays like a regular game. If you make 11 points, whoever makes 11 points first, and that does not seem to be something that can be set. There's no other switches or controls on this board. You can see it, look around. So that's a weird feature. They put a time limit, and I don't think there's a way to defeat it unless, you could probably hack the board and defeat it, but I don't think there's a switch, or anything like, maybe those pins, maybe those 2 pins that I don't know about, maybe that defeats the timer. I'll see if I can figure that out. But anyway, this was just an addendum to the video to point out that this thing has a weird game over timer. All right, that's it.